ecological and economic welfare complement and sustainable to each other, and hopefully provide an example for the rest of the world.
The themes shortlisted for the hackathon were innovation in packaging, reducing packaging waste, innovation in food supply chains, avoiding waste, creating opportunities for plastics waste reduction, recycling critical energy metals and e-waste.
And the IACE Hackathon is a fantastic way to facilitate the exchange of innovation and ideas between the two countries. By coming together around shared goals, we can align research and development efforts occurring around the world to achieve more at a very challenging time in the history of mankind.
The IACE Hackathon has seen over 1,000 registrations from across India and Australia, out of which post 2 rounds of screening, top 20 student teams and top 20 startup MSME teams from both the countries were shortlisted in the hackathon. This involved mentor guidance and jury feedback during the 3 exciting days of the hackathon.
This hackathon is not just for the startups who have already created a solution, but also for students who have an idea. Because out of those ideas and out of those imaginations and out of your creativity come potential solutions that can be harnessed, that can be developed, and that can find itself expression in form of a product or a service that we are able to render to the world.
4 student and 4 startup MSME teams, each from both India and Australia, will be selected as winners and declared on the 19th February 2021.
Good morning, good afternoon and welcome. Honourable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, Honourable Prime Minister of Australia Mr Scott Morrison, distinguished guests, participants, mentors, speakers and judges of the India-Australia Circular Economy Hackathon, colleagues and friends. My name is Chris Krishna Pillay and it is my pleasure and my honour to be your Master of Ceremonies for this India-Australia Circular Economy Hackathon Awards ceremony. On behalf of the co-hosts of the hackathon, the Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog, Government of India and the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation, CSIRO, we extend a warm welcome to everyone across India and Australia. This event is a celebration of the India-Australia relationship and the ingenuity of its people to come together to solve national and global challenges. But it's important that that is something we can celebrate both during the celebrations and next to them. And by that I mean on Twitter. Throughout the hackathon, we're using the hashtag IACE Hackathon, that is hashtag IACE Hackathon. And we encourage you to keep using that throughout the ceremony as the winners are announced, and indeed afterwards as well, to stay in touch and to keep the conversation moving. An important part of any significant ceremony in Australia is the involvement of its First Peoples. I would now like to introduce Mr. Paul House, a Ngunnawal and Ngambri man, to formally welcome you.
Gurabari, and welcome. Paladu Yaba, Ngambri, Wogalu, Wiradjuri Niyang. I'm speaking Ngambri, Wogalu, Wiradjuri language. Jumburuburu Marambang Maranya. Good morning, everyone. I'm Boulder, Paul House Girawa. My name is Paul House Girawa. I was born here at the centre of my ancestral country, here in Canberra. Yilinggalangbu, Gibabunga, Wogabu, Migabu, Diranilbang. Ladies and gentlemen, young men, young women, distinguished guests. Nyadi Njamali, Ngambri, Gamal, Wogalu, Wallabloa, Nunawa, Mujigang, Yanambu, Jandu. My respects to Ngambri, Gamal, Wogalu, Wallabloa, elders past and present. Nyadi Njamarabu, Mujigango, Nurumbanjigu, Ninya Yiridu. My respects to all people and elders from all parts of the country. Ngambri, Wogalu, Wallabloa, Nunawa, Gaimbanya, Ninyaga, Nurumbango. Ngambri Ngunnawal people, welcome you all to country. Yinjamara, Yinjamalgiri, Yinjamarabu. Respect, respectful, respected. Mambawara, Naminyagu, Wujigabinya, Wudadaragu, Winingala, Gubaligu. Looking to see, listening to hear, and learning to understand. Injamara, Magagiri Biringa, Bogongu Dirinda. Respect can be found in the journey of the Bogong moss in the mountain. Injamara, respect. Injamara, Bala, Walamwanga Dabu, Muran Matan Dabu, Bambuyu Gurungambira. Respect can be found in the grinding stones and the carved trees made long ago on country. Injamara, Bala Bidada, Binabira, Wurrawin, Yamba Nunawudara. Respect can be found in the rivers quietly moving through Yamba Nunawal country. Muran Waginya Yinjamara Muran Muru Wuran Biradara. A respectful way of life cares for country. This welcome to country is made in a spirit of peace and a desire for harmony for all peoples of the modern ACT and surrounds. And our main aim as local custodians is to establish an atmosphere of mutual respect through the acknowledgement of our ancestors and the recognition of our rights to declare our special place in the pre and post contact of the region. We warmly welcome everyone now living, working and visiting our ancestral country. We have cared for Mother Earth since the dawn of time, and evidence of our occupation, our sovereignty, our ownership can be seen everywhere throughout the land. Our signature is in the land, not just our DNA, and taking care of country is important to all of us. The more we look after country and waters, Nurumbangodara, Najang, Billas and waters, the more the land and the waters look after you. Respect everything living and growing. Injamara, Maramara Nyinya Girama Maranya. Respect shapes us and lifts up the people. The law of the land talks about giving respect and honour to all people in all parts of the country. Being patient, being polite, being gentle, then people will respect you. We want to see our children grow up in a society that acknowledges, respects and honours the Indigenous people of this country. Our totems are the Umbay, Yukumbrak the crow, the Muli and the eagle hawk. Our sacred totems here on country. So in conclusion, I'd like to say Yinjamara, Wirimbira Marandugobo, Giyiragobo, Yandogobo. Respect is taking responsibility for the now, the past, the present. In conclusion, on behalf of our matriarchs, our family and elders here on country, I say Gurabari, welcome, and Wurrugawurri, thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Achieving a circular economy is essential to the success and sustainability of both our countries. The idea of a joint approach to tackle such a huge problem is completely in keeping with the collaborative problem solving that India and Australia have displayed so often. And the energetic and collegiate approach displayed by participants is both inspiring and productive. As we come together today, we reflect on a relationship that exists between India and Australia. There is a respect and a fondness between the two countries that we see manifested in many aspects of life, from research collaborations to test cricket. The IACE Hackathon brought our people together to tackle a critical challenge, to sustainably create a circular economy. It is my honour to share with you next messages from the Honourable Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, and the Honourable Mr. Scott Morrison, Prime Minister of Australia.
Friends, in June last year, Prime Minister Morrison and I discussed the possibility of organizing a hackathon on the circular economy. I am glad that our idea has been realized so soon. I thank my dear friend Prime Minister Scott Morrison for his support to this joint initiative. I also commend all the participants for their commitment despite the COVID-19 pandemic. For me, you are all winners. Friends, as humanity faces the challenges posed by climate change, the theme of this hackathon is relevant to the whole world. Consumption-oriented economic model have put and great strain on our planet. We must never forget that we are not the owners of all that Mother Earth has to offer, but merely it's a trustees for all the future generation to come. It is not enough to make our production processes more efficient and less polluting. No matter how fast or slow one drives, if the direction is wrong, then one is bound to reach the wrong destination. And so, we must set the right direction. We must look at our consumption patterns and how we can reduce their ecological impact. This is where the concept of circular economy comes in. It can be a key step in solving many of our challenges. Recycling and reusing things, eliminating waste and improving resources efficiency must become part of our lifestyles. This hackathon has seen innovative solutions from Indian and Australian students, startups, and entrepreneurs. These innovations show your commitment to the philosophy of circular economy. I have no doubt that your innovations will inspire our two countries to take the lead in circular economy solutions. And for that, we must now also explore ways to scale up and incubate these ideas. Friends, the power of youth comes from openness to new ideas and innovations and the ability to take risks. The energy and enthusiasm of today's youthful participants is a symbol of the forward-looking partnership between India and Australia. I have full confidence in the energy, creativity, and out-of-box thinking of our youth. They can offer sustainable, holistic solution to not just our two countries, but to the whole world. The strong India-Australia partnership will play an important role in shaping the post-COVID world. And our youth, our young innovators, our startups will be at the forefront of this partnership. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Namaste. I want Australia's friendship with India to go from strength to strength. We are two democratic peoples, natural partners. So I was very pleased to hear that the India-Australia Circular Economy Hackathon has been such a success. You have brought together some of the best minds in Australia and India to work on some of the biggest environmental challenges that we all face. Reducing plastic and packaging waste, improve food supply chains and recycling e-waste. These are the clever things that we have to get on top of and do it together. Australia and India have a long and fruitful record of working together on science and research. And that's the answer. And this hackathon is a wonderful example of just that, of our ever-deepening cooperation. This event has its genesis in the virtual summit that I held with my good friend, the Indian Prime Minister, Prime Minister Modi, in June last year. We were delighted then to announce the elevation of our bilateral relationship to a comprehensive strategic partnership. This is a partnership that will strengthen our cooperation in just so many areas, from trade, investment, to security, defence, and importantly, science and education. Importantly, we're also committed to working together on environmental initiatives and achieving zero plastic waste economies. And this hackathon shows what we just can achieve when we combine complementing strengths of our two countries. So, congratulations to all the participants, to the award winners, the teams, the mentors, the speakers, the judges, both from Australia and India, and I thank you for being part of this very exciting dialogue.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Morrison. The IACE Hackathon, as you heard, ran last week and brought together teams of SMEs, startups and university students to compete within 4 themes centred on packaging, food, plastics and e-waste. The teams showed drive, ingenuity and a preparedness to learn and adapt their ideas and solutions as they interacted with each other, with mentors, as they participated in masterclasses and presented their work to a panel of judges. Today you will see videos from the winning teams so that you can hear in their own words the creative solutions the winning teams have developed. The next segment of this ceremony will focus on the first of the 4 themes, creating opportunities for plastic waste reduction. Please join me in welcoming Principal Scientific Advisor to the Indian Prime Minister, Professor K. Vijay Raghavan, to say a few words, followed by Shri Amitabh Khan, CEO of Niti Aayog, to announce the first 4 winners.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure and honor to be here. And I was particularly thrilled to listen to both the Prime Ministers, welcome the participants and the winners of this India-Australia Hackathon. As we've heard, today the world is faced with 2 major challenges, one which was explicitly referred to, that is the consequences of climate change, and the other is, which we're dealing with, is the consequences on the environment. This combination is going to prove to be extremely detrimental to the well-being of our planet unless we take action right now, and that's the kind of action all of you are taking. Our success, quote unquote, on this planet has come from a desire of humanity to survive against all the onslaughts which we initially faced as civilized peoples, building agricultural and livestock economies. That was a struggle against natural forces. But soon, humans got the ability to not only understand nature's engineering, but to engineer nature, to build cities, to make bridges, to have aircraft, spacecraft, and so on. All of this has resulted in 2 major consequences, with a third extraordinary benefit. Human life, lifespan has increased enormously, health has increased enormously, wealth has increased, education has increased, our ability to make machines and understand the world and to create forces which make technology accessible to more has increased. But at the same time, we have caused enormous damage due to the consequences of climate change and impact on the environment. We have moved from being mere survivors on the planet to stewards of this planet. And it is this challenge which our youth need to address now as stewards. Going ahead, our tasks are simplified by access to appropriate technologies such as available renewable and clean energy and technologies which allow a circular economy. That's what this hackathon has taken up in very important areas such as plastics, packaging, and e-waste, and so on. Now, this is something which should not only show and demonstrate successful technologies, but they will eventually, I'm sure, scale up, not eventually, rapidly scale up to be accessible to people at large and transform our world into a genuinely circular one, where we take care of both the impact on climate, greenhouse gases, and also on our environment. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, India has been making rapid strides in the innovation front. India acquired the rank 48 and joined the top 50 club in the Global Innovation Index, riding on improvements in innovation parameters that have contributed towards the achievement of this milestone. India has jumped up about 33 ranks in this Global Innovation Index. Towards this end, Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog, Government of India, and Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation, CSIRO, Australia jointly organized the India-Australia Circular Economy Hackathon, IACE, which was virtually held from 8th to 11th February 2021. Such initiatives enable the students and startups, MSMEs of both the nations in nurturing innovative solutions for the deployment of a circular economy with the aim of increasing the long-term health and resilience of our planet through innovative technology solutions. The global population continues to grow rapidly, increasing demand for raw materials while resource pool is depleting. The need of the hour is to adopt new disruptive way of doing things, which is based on sustainability and moving towards a circular economy. Closing the plastics loop is a significant challenge that every nation faces today. The Indian government has undertaken a number of measures to phase out single-use plastics with the eventual goal of stopping all usage to reduce the country's plastic footprint. Efforts have been made to improve the waste collection systems and address the full plastic value chain so that plastics can be redesigned, replaced, recovered, and recycled. I now hereby announce the winner startup teams for the theme, Creating Opportunities for Plastic Waste Reduction. Team Recycle X, Team Green Badge, winner students team under the theme Creating Opportunities for Plastic Waste Reduction. Team Eco Daba, Team The Planet Puff Girls. Ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate all the teams who have participated in the hackathon and urge you to keep innovating further for your country and for a cleaner world of tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Abhishek Chhajer.
And I'm Vedan Gandhi.
Co-founders at RecycleX.
RecycleX works in the plastic recycling industry and aims to build a green and sustainable world by providing innovative solutions.
We are manufacturing various products like paver blocks, tiles, and many more things from plastic waste. We can recycle any grade or type of plastic which has no alternative but landfills. Our products are high quality, cost effective, and according to Indian standards. Not only we save the environment, we are working directly with NGOs like Swachhalaya, which is directly mentored by Prime Minister's office for building toilets in urban and rural areas.
We recycle up to 60,000 PET bottles for 1,000 square feet and save about 10 tons of CO2 emissions. With this, we are bringing a paradigmic shift in circular economy as we are generating revenues out of waste and bringing a social change.
Let's save the environment together.
Currently, over 80% of HDPE, PVC and polypropylene is being wasted every year by small and medium enterprise. This is worth around $740 million a year, but the product is scattered and doesn't have an organised supply chain. We propose a buying platform called Plastic Connect to get quality feedstock to reprocessors and reduce contamination. Sellers will get a choice of buyers and the material sent will be verified. This will divert over 300,000 tonnes of these waste streams going to landfill. Already working in the industry, our team has fielded substantial interest from client and partners. Once the marketplace is operational, we can then expand the platform to affect supply chains globally.
We seek to address the theme of creating opportunities in the space of plastic waste reduction. More than 80% of the food orders are currently being delivered in plastic containers, and around 1.8 billion of these containers end up in the ocean.
Plastic food containers are no longer an option today.
This situation motivated us to build a sustainable product from organic waste, being inspired by the practice of using banana leaves for packaging food in India. EcoDabba offers a 100% biodegradable food-grade packaging solution which can be reheated conveniently and has been well tailored for the Indian food delivery ecosystem. Made from the leftovers from the sugar industry with an eco-coating that can quickly biodegrade to replenish the soil with nutrients, thus creating a circular economy.
The impact of our product will be the reduction in plastic consumption. Moreover, the manufacturing of eco-dabbas will provide value to the farmers for their byproduct as well as employment. Given that 70% of the packaging used in food delivery is plastic, it presents a huge opportunity for us to form eco-dabbas and hence is the ideal step towards building a plastic-free world.
Congratulations to the 4 winning teams, and thank you again to Professor K. Vijay Raghavan and Sri Amitabh Khan. Well, it's already pretty impressive, I think you'll agree, and we've only just started. The second theme of the hackathon is innovation in food supply chains avoiding waste. Please welcome the Honourable Karen Andrews, MP, the Australian Minister for Industry, Science and Technology, to say a few words and to announce the winners of this theme.
Thank you for the opportunity to address the India-Australia Circular Economy Hackathon. Welcome to all our distinguished friends in India, and a huge congratulations to our participants near and far. While it's unfortunate we can't all meet face to face, it's great that we can come together through the power of technology for this very important event. Australia and India share a wonderful relationship, and it is events like this and the potential outcomes they may lead to that show us what can be achieved when we work together. In fact, it was a virtual summit between our 2 Prime Ministers last year that elevated our bilateral relationship to a comprehensive strategic partnership and spawned the idea for this hackathon. Under this partnership, Australia and India will work together on an ambitious program to reduce plastic waste. The Australia-India Strategic Research Fund is our long-standing collaboration in science and research, and this fund has often included priority areas related to our circular economy. In Australia, our government has made recycling and clean energy a national manufacturing priority, which will transform Australia's manufacturing capability. I recently announced $15 million in federal government funding to support 9 projects that will help transform Australia's recycling industry. Australia remains committed to the ongoing relationship between our nations. And this hackathon is a fabulous example of how our 2 countries can foster new ideas to tackle national and global challenges. And by running this hackathon, we wanted to tap into all the creativity and scientific minds who are up for the challenge, both from university and from business. I extend my sincere congratulations to all the participants who took part in the hackathon from both India and Australia. Whether or not your team is awarded a prize today, I hope the fact that you've been selected encourages you to continue your work in this critical area. We need your knowledge, your energy, and your passion to tackle the issues facing our circular economy. Hopefully, this event has also opened doors for you and your team. Perhaps you've heard an idea that sparks your creativity and leads you to a brilliant new solution. Or maybe you've met a terrific mentor. The strength and future of both our nations lies with your intelligence, creativity, and passion. So thank you and well done. We know that typically about 1/3 of all food is wasted across the food supply chain. Innovation in food waste and food supply chains avoiding waste will contribute to the UN's Sustainable Development Goal of halving food waste by 2030. Please join me in congratulating the winners of the food waste theme.
Hey everyone, I'm Prashant Darawat from Team Adapt. While at our alma mater, we have realized that 1/4 of the biopharma produce and 1/3 of the food produce get wasted every year, and that is amounting to $1.35 trillion in losses. In order to solve this problem and stop the wastages, we at Adapt designed and developed cloud-connected sensors. Our sensors will give you real-time location, temperature, humidity and tampering condition of your consignment at any point or wherever on this planet.
Hi, I'm Shiva. We are working in safeguarding COVID vaccines in logistics. This is a typical corrugated cool gel box in which vaccines are transported. To start tracking the vaccine consignment, scan the QR code of the device, pair it with the QR code of the box on Adapt Loggers app. Tag the cabling device with the consignment and start tracking data.
Indoor farming is exploding in popularity, and we must ensure that its development is compatible with the circular economy. One key opportunity for this is by simultaneously consuming food waste while producing new and quality foods. This new approach can help pragmatically tackle the staggering $1 trillion worth of food waste generated each year and its associated carbon footprint.
We propose a two-pronged solution. Firstly, an AI-powered platform that helps make sense of all the data available to modern farmers today. Secondly, a system for converting food waste into plant-available nutrients so farms can produce sustainable food while consuming local food waste.
We believe in the circular economy, seeing waste not as an end byproduct for disposal, but as a container of value that just needs the right keys to open. Often, the task of identifying which keys work best is daunting, and is best handled through digital techniques such as machine learning.
Greetings to everyone from Team Burb. We are glad to be the part of IACE Hackathon. As a team, we have always been keen on saving food and are determined to make no food waste a reality. IACE gave us the perfect platform to showcase our ideas and build upon it. Surplus food is a major cause of wastage and we want to end it.
Our idea is to channel this surplus food directly to those who need it, be it daily wage workers, rickshaw drivers, taxi drivers, or students and bachelors. Thus, not only providing them with the best quality food at affordable rates, but also minimizing the need of waste management.
We are going to use data analytics and machine learning to map the wastage of food like never before, providing us with a launchpad for other innovations, such as quality control, using image processing and sensor data, proper distribution of surplus food, and much more.
Our aim is to save in upwards of 350,000 meals in our first 3 years. Thus, not only having an impact on the fooding industry in particular, but also encouraging the general idea of a circular economy.
Hello, we are Team Plastic Combat. I'm Nargis,
Holly, Neha,
Engineer,
Corporate Sustainability, Marketing Communications,
Iranian,
Chinese, Indian, and Australian.
We are candidate of Master of Sustainability at the University of Sydney. We are taking part in the hackathon to apply our sustainability knowledge to make a change to the food waste issue in Australia.
Because of COVID, we now see families and individuals have less budgets and cook more frequently at home. We based our idea on the Australia's National Food Waste Baseline Report and connected the two highest food waste areas, farms and households.
We are using behavioral economics to drive conscious consumption. Our solution will reduce household food waste and promote local and seasonal produce that has a lower carbon footprint. Thank you.
A hearty congratulations to the 4 winners of the Innovation in Food Supply Chains Avoiding Waste, and a thank you to Minister Andrews. I love the fact that there were 4 teams there with completely different perspectives on how to solve this massive problem. It's not a problem that's going to go away by itself, so it's great to see it in such good hands. Next, I welcome Her Excellency Ms. Riva Ganguly Das, Secretary East, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, to say a few words and announce the winners of the Innovation in Packaging, Reducing Packaging Waste theme.
Good morning, Excellencies, distinguished guests, young friends. The idea of a hackathon on circular economy emerged from the discussions between the Prime Minister of India and Australia during the Virtual Leaders Summit in June last year. As we heard from other speakers, our relationship was elevated to a comprehensive strategic partnership during the summit. We are delighted to see the successful joint implementation of this initiative. I take this opportunity to thank the Atal Innovation Mission Niti Aayog for organizing this hackathon. My appreciation for the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization and all other partners from Australia for their collaboration. Eliminating packaging waste, bringing resource efficiency, and shifting from a linear to a circular business model all require fresh thinking. Hackathons provide excellent platforms for nurturing such ideas. In nature, there is no waste or landfills. All elements are reused in different stages of their life cycle. Contrary to nature's design, today we have moved to a linear production and consumption patterns that is generating huge amounts of packaging and other wastes. Reducing such wastes through reuse and recycling therefore lie at the heart of circular economy. It is good to see that a large number of students, startups and entrepreneurs from India and Australia have presented innovative technical solutions and business ideas for reducing packaging waste and making circular economy viable. We must encourage incubation and scaling up of such innovations. India has one of the most vibrant startup ecosystems in the world today. India and Australia also have an impressive track record of collaboration in higher education and cutting-edge science and technology, providing the right ecosystem and fostering innovation. I am confident that strong India-Australia partnership in circular economy will lead the path to a more sustainable future globally. On this note, I have the privilege of announcing the winners of startup teams for the theme Innovation in Packaging, Reducing Packaging Waste, Team Bamboo and Team Charopi. The winner among student teams under the theme Innovation in Packaging, Reducing Packaging Waste are Team Modern Packers and Team Two Monocles. Hearty congratulations to the winners and to all of the participants. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Do you know we have produced more than 8.5 billion tons of plastics, out of which more than 55% are single-use, and the majority of these single-use plastic is used in packaging industry, which has a usable life of not more than a year, after which it is either discarded or put to landfill. And these plastics remains in our ecosystem for thousands of years, causing multiple problems to health of our sea lives, animals, and as well as humans. At Bamboo, we have come up with a solution which could help in eradicating most of the single-use plastics used in the industry, right from your food industry, FMCG, retail, pharma, and e-commerce as well. Let me show you one of the products which we have come up with to replace plastic bags used in e-commerce industry. So these are the bags that I'm talking to you about. So we have replaced all your delivery bags with these paper bags, which are made specifically from bamboo papers. Even if you put water inside it, nothing happens to it. It is 100% water repellent, it is 100% tamper proof, and you can be ensured that your product will be safe under these products. Thank you.
I'm Martin Collins from Charopi, and this is our technology. A very small internet-connected device that solves the problem of recycling bin contamination. In Australia, we work within a legislated container deposit scheme to ensure clean collection of material at point of collection. In India, we can easily adapt this technology to solve a problem around soft plastics and branded consumer goods like chip packets and the like. Thank you once again, and it's been great to be part of this hackathon.
Twenty 2020 has hit us hard due to coronavirus and prolonged lockdown throughout the entire nation. The only industry that grew during this entire period was e-commerce. The $2.32 trillion industry in 2019 has been projected to go by $3.56 trillion by the end of this year. Another industry that boomed during this was the Indian packaging industry. To meet this demand of the e-commerce industry, large number of packaging boxes are being manufactured daily, which mostly ends up as solid waste after single use. To tackle this issue, we have come up with a solution called as Panelit, a modular packaging solution. Our aim is to achieve sustainable goal for the entire nation. Keeping all these issues in mind, we have come up with the best solution. So Panelit is a modular packaging solution which aims at minimizing the amount of material used and for packaging and making process sustainable. So it uses an interconnectable panels which require no glue, tape or binding substance. These panels can be simply snapped together like Legos. Panelite serves as a supply chain optimization solution, making packaging more eco-friendly and sustainable.
Food delivery services play a significant role in our busy lives, but I'm sure we've all noticed the huge amounts of packaging waste that builds up as we make order after order of our favorite pasta or fried rice. As a group of friends who frequently use food delivery apps but are passionate about sustainability, Two Monocles would like to introduce Boxem, a reusable packaging service for food delivery companies. Boxem partners with existing food delivery services to provide the option of using reusable containers for food deliveries, ensuring distribution, tracking, and pickup of these reusables via our app. Customers can also browse rewards that they can unlock from using our service, while restaurants are able to manage their inventory. Boxem makes it affordable and convenient for customers to go green. They can enjoy all our services, including a weekly pickup at zero cost. In addition to promoting reuse and regeneration of packaging in the food delivery industry, we hope to promote a stronger sense of community between customers and the restaurants that they order from. Now I'm hungry.
Congratulations to those theme winners, and thank you again, Your Excellency. We have one final theme to come. The Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation, CSIRO, is Australia's national science research agency. CSIRO is co-host of the IACE Hackathon. I'm now pleased to introduce Dr. Larry Marshall, Chief Executive of CSIRO, to say a few words and to announce the winners of the Recycling Critical Energy Metals and E-Waste theme.
Hello everyone, and I hope you've been enjoying today's awards ceremony so far. We've been lucky to hear from our most senior leaders who've shown their support for reimagining waste, and from some inspirational teams with ideas to help us do exactly that. So congratulations to all the winning teams so far. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that I'm speaking from, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and pay my respect to their elders past, present and emerging. They took care of this land long before we arrived, and we must do the same, which is why events like this are so important. Thank you to Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Scott Morrison for supporting this initiative, to Mr. Ramanan and the Atal Innovation Mission for co-hosting this hackathon with us, and to the Department of Industry, Science, Energy and Resources for sponsoring the prizes for the winning Australian teams. Thank you also to the CSIRO people and external industry experts who supported as mentors, speakers and judges. Australia, and indeed CSIRO, has a long history of collaboration and partnership with India on science and research. And today I'm excited to be working together on achieving a zero waste economy. Each year, 90 billion tonnes of primary materials are extracted and used globally, but only 9% of that is recycled. Now, not everything becomes waste immediately, but large amounts of waste end up in our waterways, choking our wildlife, and in the case of plastics, languishing in landfill for up to 1,000 years before finally decomposing. Now, this is a big issue for humanity. We must all learn to address it to preserve our natural ecosystems. But it's a wickedly complex problem, and it will take many minds working together to solve it. That's why CSIRO supports this hackathon, which is connected to many other areas of research for us, looking at how we make industry and environment partners instead of competitors. Going a step further, we're looking at how we can make sustainability profitable. We're working with our partners to change the way Australia makes, uses, recycles and disposes of plastics, packaging, food waste and energy metals through collaborations, technology development and data to inform policy. We also see a growing opportunity for a new circular economy that turns landfill into economic returns and jobs and protects our environment. Our recently released Circular Economy Roadmap lays a path to disrupting the traditional take, make, dispose consumption pattern and outlines the lost economic opportunity by sending plastic, paper, and lithium to landfill, which adds up to billions of dollars. The roadmap sets a pathway, but it certainly doesn't solve all our problems. To do that, we need sharp and creative minds, looking at problems from multiple angles and coming up with a range of possible solutions. And that is the beauty of a hackathon, especially one that crosses international borders and cultures. We know that diversity is the compass to innovation. The more diverse perspectives and experiences we can include, the better our solutions will be. I'm so proud of this joint initiative between our two countries and of the teams who have participated. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you for your time, your ideas, and your passion. But don't let it end here. There's so much more work to be done, and CSIRO will be continuing in our mission to reimagine waste and create a vibrant circular economy. If this is your mission too, please get in touch with us. We need the brightest minds to solve the world's greatest challenges. Now, it's my great honor to introduce you to the final set of winners today. Demand for critical metals used in energy and electronics is increasing dramatically. It's fantastic to see the hard work that's been devoted to recycling critical energy metals and e-waste from India and Australia. So please join me in congratulating the winners of the Recycling Critical Energy Metals and e-waste theme. Thank you.
ZipTrax is into repurposing and recycling of lithium-ion batteries. We provide energy storage devices such as Zip Battery and PowerOn to help empower communities to store their energy and use it maybe at night or maybe whenever required. We are working towards building and scaling up such packs of batteries so that we can empower the grid, we can empower rural homes, and we can even empower electric vehicles in the future. We are working with Social Alpha to help commercialize these products, bring them to the market and to the masses as soon as possible. Soon there will be no need for any kind of blackouts or brownouts throughout the country.
Hi, I'm Yuxi, co-founder of Lyra Robotics. And
Nicole, co-founder of Lyra Robotics. We are building robots to help sort e-waste. Think of Wally. There are more than 5 billion mobile phones in the world, with most replaced before their end of their life. For example, 500 million new ones are sold every year in Australia and India. Old phones make up 9% of the world's e-waste already. Currently, these are mainly broken down into their metal parts using high-energy smelting to be recycled. At Lyra, we believe that robotic systems can help sort out parts that can be reused and recycled, and in a process to reduce the energy required.
This will have an impact on the economics, the environment, and society as a whole. In the last year at Lyra, we've built robotic systems that have picked, packed, and sorted more than 100,000 items. Our robots are ready now to start tackling e-waste.
Do you know that out of 2 million tons of e-waste produced in India, only 5% of them reach the proper recycling units? Why is it that we are wasting around $60 billion worth of e-waste, which is more than the GDP of most of the countries? Now, how about the idea of having an e-waste ecosystem where we act as an aggregator, cum integrator, and bring all the producers of e-waste, the recycling units, the refurbishing units, the repurposing units, and the dismantlers all under one roof? Yes, we, the team EcoSafe, is building this roof in the form of an app, the e-waste cart app. Now, this app is estimated to reduce around 1.5 million tons of e-waste, which is around 85% of what India produces in 1 year. Namaste.
Hello everyone, we are e-waste to energy and we recognize that there is a big issue in the world and we want to solve it in this hackathon. The increased use of lithium-ion batteries is resulting in resource depletion and increased generation of waste lithium-ion batteries. However, only 2% of batteries are recycled in Australia.
But why is recycling difficult? So globally, there are a few experts that work on the recycling of spent lithium-ion batteries, and the batteries themselves are made of a number of different components made of different materials, which makes the recycling process quite difficult.
However, we have developed a process to solve this issue. As you can see here, our process includes crushing, pyrolysis, and electrolysis in deep eutectic solvents, which allow for the recycling and at the same time, production of the value-added products like lithium-ion batteries, binder, syngas, and graphite.
So ultimately, adopting our recycling process will create a new industry and hence a lot of job opportunities. It will also secure the future of society by providing a number of environmental benefits.
Congratulations to all those theme winners and to all our winners today, and thank you again to Dr. Marshall. What fantastic examples we've seen from innovators from both countries and the next generation of solution seekers addressing the most difficult challenges. The Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayong, is the Government of India's flagship initiative to produce and promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in India. The Atal Innovation Mission is co-host of the IACE Hackathon. I'd like to introduce Sri Ramanan Ramanathan, Atal Innovation Mission Director and Additional Secretary, to give a vote of thanks. I think you might be on mute.
Thank you, Chris. What a wonderfully exciting day today, demonstrating India-Australia innovation collaboration. And what an incredible display of innovation and innovative capabilities of young students and startups from both the countries. Indeed, the world of tomorrow belongs to these young student innovators and startup innovators who are going to define a new world in which we are all going to live in. Indeed, it is also appropriate that these innovations bear towards responsible production and consumption for preserving and sustaining our beautiful planet, leveraging circular economy-driven innovations. But all of this would not have been possible were it not for the original quest that both the Honorable Prime Ministers, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Scott Morrison, launched all of us on the quest for searching innovative solutions using circular economy for driving a sustainable and to be able to preserve our planet. So first of all, our thanks from both India and Australia to the Honorable Prime Ministers for launching us on this quest and also for gracing this award ceremony today. I would also like to thank the Honorable Minister of Industry, Science and Technology, Karen Andrews, and the Honorable Principal Scientific Advisor of the Government of India, Dr. Vijay Raghavan, for sharing their audience, this particular audience with their views and their vision of circular economy for the world. Indeed, all of this becomes possible when two organizations work together and collaborate together. And that is only possible when the leaders of the organization, the Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog, the National Institution for Transforming India, Mr. Rajiv Kumar, and the CEO of the Niti Aayog, Shri Amitabh Khan, along with the CEO of CSIRO, Dr. Larry Marshall, who have provided their constant support, guidance from the very onset of this hackathon. I also want to mention our deep appreciation of Secretary Ganguly Das of MEA, whose presence on this particular occasion and whose words of encouragement and the announcement of the winners has been greatly appreciated by everybody. The CSIRO has been engaged leveraging science and technology for solving some of the most complex problems of the world. The Atal Innovation Mission is India's flagship initiative for driving innovation and entrepreneurship across the length and breadth of our country, leveraging the demographic dividend that India is so proud of. There are many initiatives that both the organizations run in innovation and entrepreneurship through their tinkering labs in Atal Innovation Mission, through the world-class incubators and startups being promoted, through New India challenges and Australian challenges or global challenges, and through community innovation centers where these implementation of the innovations are possible. So I want to thank both CSIRO and the Atal Innovation Mission teams for collaborating on this so beautifully and resulting in this particular day. It is also important to note that this hackathon has been a symbol of the close-knit relations between India and Australia, which have been expanding and growing steadily over the years. As a two democratic nations, they have developed a tremendous understanding of not only each other's perspectives, but on regional and global issues. So I do want to thank the Ministry of External Affairs of India, as well as the counterpart in Australia, for enabling this hackathon and making it possible. The IACE Hackathon saw more than 1,000 innovative ideas and solutions submitted by the students and the startups. Now, that's an incredible number of participating students and startups. I think, and I want to compliment every one of the people who participated. You're all on an irreversible journey of innovation. You have already started looking at how you can contribute to the noble cause of preserving our planet through circular economy. And therefore, none of your efforts have been wasted. And I would encourage everyone to continue on their ideas and be able to build on them. And we are there to support you. So thank you, all the students and all the startups who participated in this hackathon and made it such a grand success. My special congratulations to the winners of this hackathon. I mean, your solutions have been outstanding and by the display of it and through the demonstration of your innovation. And we are here to ensure that your ideas find expression as a product into the marketplace that can be of service to not only to our countries, but to the rest of the world. It is also important for me to share my thanks and a deep sense of appreciation for the Director of Business Development, CSIRO, Mr. Nick Paget, for being such a wonderful co-host. I'd also like to express my thanks to the entire CSIRO and the AIM team for their very intense collaboration and cooperation in making this hackathon a big success. This is just the first of many collaborations of the future, and I'm sure we are all looking forward to working together, not only on these challenges, but also on many other challenges to follow. This hackathon would not have been a success were it not for the extensive participation of the honorable jury members, encouraging mentors, esteemed speakers, and tremendously talented innovators from India and Australia who have offered their support without any hesitation and on a free voluntary basis, which is amazing that they have found the time and the effort and the inclination to do that. We appreciate greatly your commitment to the same. And finally, thank you, Chris, for anchoring this event. It's been a great session. And thank you, Elisa, for your support and guidance and encouragement throughout the organization of this hackathon. And finally, my friends, all of those who have connected together, who have logged on, I do hope every one of you is safe during this COVID-19 times. And thank you for being part of this initiative. And we look forward to your continued support and your continued involvement in making not only this results of this hackathon, but many other collaborative efforts between the two countries a great success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sri Ramanan Ramanathan. Well, everyone, that brings us to the end of the IACE Hackathon Awards ceremony. Thank you so much for joining us. But before you go, please remember, hop onto Twitter if you possibly can. The conversation starts here and it can continue on there for as long as you like. And it's a good opportunity to congratulate the winners as well, because they're all on there and they're all terribly excited. So make contact with them while you can. I'll leave you now with a quote from Mahatma Gandhi, who observed that the future depends on what we do in the present. So let's continue to strive together to support the idea makers and build the solution that the world needs now and absolutely into the future. Thank you